Hi guys, welcome to Practice English with Paul. Now this is going to be a brand new video on phrasal verbs which are quite often confused. And I've actually chosen a few here talking about starting and finishing. And they're actually from this very good book I recommend you guys to buy. It's called English Phrasal Verbs in Use. Again, I highly recommend it. It's a very good series of books. I'm actually using a few of these from here to give you some better examples. Now, we have set about, set out, start off and start out. People confuse these all the time. So what's the difference? When you set about doing something, it means that you do something which requires a lot of energy and time. So if I said I'm going to clean my room, or I'm going to set about cleaning my room, set about cleaning my room means I need to put a lot of work and effort into it because it's really messy and all my dirty pants on the floor. If we have, for example, set out, maybe you've heard of this, to set out on a journey, you start a journey. However, what's interesting, and it's not in this book, is that to set off on a journey is actually more common. So it's better to use that in more spoken English. To set out on a journey, it's a bit more formal in my opinion, so set off is a lot better. We have to start off, very common. If you start off doing something, it's basically exactly the same as to start out. Start off is a bit more common in general English, so you could start off your day by writing some emails. You could start off your morning by having some breakfast. The very first thing that you do, something comes into existence. I started off my life as a baby with long blonde hair, surprisingly. When you start out, this is more commonly used, even though they're the same, this is more used to talk about a profession. I started out as a teacher in 2002, many years ago. My colleague started out her profession as a journalist. When we talk about finishing, we have call off. Now, maybe you know this. We can talk about meetings which have been called off. If you call off a meeting, you cancel it for the day. You could have a date with some really nice hot girl or guy, and you can call it off because you realise that you're not interested anymore. You can also call off a football match or a game as well, so it's very multifunctional. To dry up is really nice. If you dry up, a synonym phrasal verb is to run out of. You could maybe have some ideas and your ideas dry up, your mind dries up, you have no more ideas, you've finished, your brain's finished working. Maybe you could talk about like your work has dried up, money's dried up, so the work and the money is not coming in. So people say, oh, how's your teaching? Well, work's dried up a bit, so yes, you're poor. Exactly. Now we have finish off. Now this is really nice. We can say, have you finished your work? But I could say, okay guys, time to finish off. So it basically means finish the last part of what you are doing. So imagine you're eating your meals, and I can say, guys, just quickly finish off, which means you've almost finished, but finish completely. It's a very common phrasal verb, and again, it's in the book, it's all explained as well. We have polish off. Now this is very nice. If you polish off something, is that you finish it quickly and easily. So imagine I'm doing a video and I'm going to edit it, and I'm going to quickly polish it off towards the end, which means I'm going to add some nice pictures, some nice touches, and make it really hot and sexy. Funnily enough, we can actually use this when we talk about eating. So I could say, for example, oh my god, you polished off your entire plate, which means you ate everything really quickly and really easily, there's nothing left. Wow, you polished that off, I'm impressed. We have pack up. I'm going to give you two versions here. If, for example, if I say, guys, lesson finished, time to pack up. Of course it means put your things in your bags and get out, but generally it means, okay, let's finish what we're doing, pack and leave. So it's all those things together. But the second meaning is even better in my opinion. It's not related to this, but to pack up means when something stops functioning, stops working. Like your phone might pack up, your computer might suddenly pack up. It just stops working and you have to buy another. It's very common. So guys, some very useful phrasal verbs. I suggest what you do after you watch this video is create some of your own sentences. Google these phrasal verbs, look at some online dictionaries, see the examples and make your own models based on what you see. That is how you're going to remember phrasal verbs. There is no other way to do it. And again guys, get hold of this book. It is wonderful. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.